Hi everybody, my name is Beth. I am the Steadfast Stitcher, and this is my Flosstube channel where we talk about cross stitch. And this is Chloe. If you're a regular on my channel, you know her well because she likes to make her appearances and her grand entrances. Welcome to my Flosstube channel. If you're brand new, I hope you'll hit like and subscribe. And if you're returning, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all of you. And I love reading all the comments. It's terrific. I have got some new starts to show today, some whips, and a little bit of haul. So let's get started. I hope you have all had a great 2 weeks and you're doing well and getting in lots of good stitchy time. Thankfully, this past 2 weeks, I've gotten in more stitchy time than I did the previous 2 weeks, so I'm happy about that. Now, this first one is from Happy Mood Point, and I'm going to put the picture right here, and it's called We Love Nature, but I am going to change it so it either just says Love Nature or I Love Nature, something along those lines. And I understand Happy Mood Point recently changed their name. So if I think of it, I will put their new location in the drop box below, the description box. So you can look them up if you're interested. So this was one of my new starts, and I am doing this with 4025 variegated from DMC. And I am using 20 count blush from Bestitch Me. So I just got a little start on the corner here, but I love the way that this is playing out. This variegated floss on this blush fabric, I think, is a terrific match. So I think this is going to be really pretty, and I'm excited about it. Yeah. I love the colors in this one, in this floss. I think they're gorgeous. That was one of my actually I had 3 starts. All right, so that's start number 1. Start number 2 was very tiny. I started it on Zoom and realized it's probably not the best idea for me to stitch this on Zoom because of the color changes and reading the paper pattern and everything. And I'm going to put on hold 1 minute because I noticed I'm starting to get some striping from the sun in my blinds. Hold on just a moment. Okay, that's better, I think. It was going to look weird if I was trying to show things and I had stripes going across it. So the pattern that I'm talking about, I started on World Cross Stitch Day. It's by Designworks, and it's called Woodland Castle. And it's a beautiful pattern, but when I was trying to stitch it on Zoom, I was just really struggling with it. I kept making mistakes, and it was getting very frustrating. Now the kit came with 14 count white crunchy Aida. And I have changed it over to 18 count. So like I said, I just got a teeny start on this. This is something I need to come back to when I'm not on Zoom. And I can give it undivided attention. So I just found that I was struggling with chatting and trying to stitch this. And I was just making mistake after mistake after mistake. Alright, that's it, I'm done. It is a beautiful pattern. I just need to get some stitchy time not on Zoom and work on it then. Zoom, I find it's better for me to work on stuff that's either like big blocks of color, even on linen is fine, or, just something that's not a lot of color changes while I'm trying to talk to people. But that works best for me, and then I'll have my patterns where I can stitch off of Zoom. Now, I have mentioned before a couple of times that I am going to be doing a Sal, Stitches So Beautiful Sal. We're starting it officially on Labor Day with a Zoom in my Crafts and Books group. And the Zoom is open to anybody in the Crafts and Books group, so you don't necessarily have to be starting a Stitches So Beautiful, but that is our main focus. So I have 2 picked out. I'm going to be starting Sarah's Diner on the Labor Day Zoom, but I also had Red Fox picked out to start some other time. Well, I was sitting there bobbinating for it, and, well, I sort of started it. I couldn't help myself. Once I started going with bobbinating, I just like, oh, I really want to start working on this. So I did. So the pattern is, oops, sorry, got bent. Red Fox by Stitches So Beautiful. It's beautiful. I love this pattern. Look at what's going down the fox's back. I just think it's gorgeous. And this is a big one. It's 290 by 400. And I'm going to be doing this on 25 count easy grid. So I don't have a lot to show yet, but I did put in a little over 500 stitches. I have a very big piece of fabric. Fold it up here. Oops, come here. Alright, so that's all I've got in it so far, but that is a little bit over 500 stitches, and yeah, I'm gonna love working on this one. It was really hard to put it down. Oh, and my needle minder is from Gina's Unique Boutique, and it says weekend forecast. Cross stitch with no chance of house cleaning or cooking. Perfect. Yeah, so 25 count 1/1. And I'm going to love this one. This fox is just so gorgeous. Yeah, I couldn't help myself. So I got a little bit of an early start on Red Fox. And I noticed a couple people in our group have also gotten a start on 1 or 2 of the Stitches So Beautifuls early as well. So you can be starting one on Labor Day or working one as a whip or just come in and hang out with us. You know, we're not going to kick you out or anything if you're not doing a Stitches So Beautiful, so don't worry about that. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm going to really like stitching this one. And I'm excited. And they've got a sale going on right now too, so I will post their link to their Etsy site below. But it's buy 2 or more and get 40% off, and that's through the end of this month, end of August. Now, I have other full coverage projects going, but they've been put away for a bit, some longer than others. However, it kind of inspired me getting started on that Stitches So Beautiful to get out a couple of my other full coverage projects. So one of them is from Carolyn Manning, and this is 10,000 Lakes. I'm going to put right here. I just love the colors on this. I started this over a year ago for a birthday sal. And then it got put away, and I haven't worked on it in forever, probably almost a year. But, so I got in about 300 stitches, I was in a little over 300 stitches. But it's still a long way to go. I'm doing this one on 28 count easy grid 1/1. And yeah, look at the colors, are gorgeous. And as I'm pulling these back out, it's like, why did I stop stitching on them? And I think I went back and I was looking at some of my older Flosstubes, and I guess I had gotten out of the mood with full coverage and with doing geometric patterns. And part of the reason that I got this one back out was because one of the ladies in my group from Denmark just finished a Carolyn Manning amethyst that was, oh my gosh, so stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Rebecca, her work was amazing, and it was just beautiful. So it kind of inspired me to get back out one of my Carolyn Mannings. And I have several patterns that I haven't started yet, but I do have this 10,000 legs, and I just love it. Let's see. And the other full coverage that I pulled out, but again, I went back and looked in my album for the Whipped Warriors group, and it had been like 36 weeks or 38 weeks since I've worked on it. So, yeah, this one came back out again after a long break. This is Tree of Life by Ciro Marchetti. I just love this pattern. And again, yeah, I guess I had just fallen out of the mood to work on full coverages for a while. There's a wide range of patterns that I love to do. I really don't have like any one niche that I work on, you know, exclusively. So, but this is a fun one. Actually, let me pause for a second and get this out of the Q-snap. There we go. That way you can see the whole width. When I started this, my original thought was, I don't know if you can see, there's like a frame that goes around this Tree of Life here. My original thought was I was going to do the entire frame first and then start working my way in. And I think I got bored with that, so that's probably part of the reason it got put away for a while. So I've started to pick it back up again, and I'm going to go with color completion with what's in my Q-snap, which is what I've done before, and I really like it. So I picked up the 3371, that dark brown black, and I'm working on filling all of that in. Yeah, you can see the diamonds are starting here. There's a tree branch. You can see how the corner turns on this frame. I mean, it's just going to be absolutely stunning. But yeah, I think I got bored with just working on the frame part. So I'm going to be switching and doing color completion for what's in my Q-snap. And, you know, stitching everything that's in my Q-snap and then moving my Q-snap over. Jessie Marie Does Stuff has a fantastic video that I recently posted in my group. We do Tuesday tutorials in my group. So different tutorials, and mostly cross stitch, but sometimes other crafts and projects as well. But so the last few ones, since we've got the Stitch is So Beautiful Sal coming up, I've been doing demos and tutorials on full coverages because a couple people that are starting the Sal with us have never stitched a full coverage before. So I thought I'd share, you know, a few ideas. And I think Jessie Marie Does Stuff's method is still one of my favorites for doing full coverage projects. It's an older video, so I'm going to post a link to it in the description box below. But it is a great way to do full coverage projects, and it works well for me. I either like Jessie's or Stitching Mommy's typewriter method. Both of those work well for me. So I'll post a link to that video below if you are interested in learning more about different methods of doing full coverage projects. So yeah, it was fun to pull this back out again. Tree of Life. It is such a gorgeous pattern. I can't wait to get more done on it. I am not starting anything this weekend. Next weekend, I've got 2 or 3 projects that are planned starts. One is, of course, the Sal. And then I'm starting a winter sampler with Laura from Stitching by the Shore. So those I've got 2. And then the third one I'm starting is for, actually Laura's doing an ATC artist trading card cross stitch swap. I'm going to link that video below as well, because you've still got plenty of time. If you check out the video and you want to participate, there's still plenty of time to join in, because, you know, you're only stitching on, let's see, I've got watercolor papers. So let me show you this real quick. And lo and behold, I used to paint watercolors and used to do juried exhibits a long time ago. But these are the size of the artist trading cards, and this is on watercolor paper. So they're quite tiny. They're 2.5 by 3.5. So, yeah. I will post a link to that video below as well, so you can go check her out and see if you'd like to participate. Because you don't need to, they don't have to be mailed out until October 1st. So there's plenty of time to do a little project that's just going to fit on one of these little cards. Oops, I'm dropping everything today. I have one more whip to show. This is Summer Quaker, and I mentioned you'll probably see this just about every time I film. Yeah. Oh, glare, glare, glare. How about this side? That's better. Beautiful pattern. I didn't get a lot done on it, but I did get some. So I got about a little over 200 stitches. So that's where I am at the moment. And this is such a joy to work on. In fact, I pulled this out on my lunch today and just threw in a few stitches. You know, not much in 30 minutes, but I did get a little bit done on my lunch today. And I actually took a lunch. Imagine that. Very pretty. I love working on this. I do still plan on keeping this one out and working on it, you know, weekly. So, that's all I've got for whips. I'm just going to show one more time. This is the Sarah's Diner that I am starting on Labor Day from Stitches So Beautiful. See, when I get started, it'll have those blocks of the dark up at the top, so that'll be very easy to start on Zoom. And that is mostly 939 and 310. Well, I use Anchor Black instead of DMC Black, but you know what I mean. And then those autumn trees. There are a lot of colors in the autumn trees, but they are gorgeous. And I'm excited about working on this. So that is whips and plans and new starts. And I have just a little bit of haul. And it's actually not patterns. It is 2 new project bags. Colleen from Patchwork Crossing makes the most amazing project bags. But you have got to move fast when she posts on Instagram that she's got new bags out, because they sell wicked fast. But she had these 2, and well, these were 2 of the ones that she had out, and I just had to have them because they were gorgeous, and you know, gave me all the fall feels. Look at that. I love the bear. And I was just at a mill last weekend, so yeah, this just gave me all the feels. This is a great bag. I just love it. And the inside is kind of like, I want to say like the whiteboard, like Farm Village. I know the colors aren't showing up, but it definitely has colors in it. But yeah, this is gorgeous. And so she's Patchwork Crossing on Etsy. Do go check her out. And follow her on Instagram. So when she posts that she's got new bags, they go fast. And then this is the other one I got. With the quilt patterns on the barns. This is just gorgeous. There's cows and a horse, a rooster. This is just a lot of fun. Yeah, these both just kind of gave me autumn feels and salt box feels and village and all the good stuff that I love. Yeah, this is just gorgeous. They're very sturdy, very high quality. I just love how these are made. So she's pretty much the only person that I order project bags from these days. I just love them. Now let's see. I think that's about it. That's what I've got for you today. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you'll come join me over on Crafts and Books. And, oh, I know, there was one more thing. I wanted to send out a couple of shout-outs to 2 other Flosstubers. First one is Lost in Stitches. She has got a wonderful channel, and she just did a video with her mom a couple days ago. And it's just so much fun to watch the 2 of them together, and I really like her channel. And the other one I want to mention is Sticks, Strings, and Other Things. She's very fun, and she does multiple different projects. So it's not all cross-stitch. There's knitting and other projects as well. She has this gorgeous shawl she was working on. But do go check her out. She's also under 1,000 subscribers, so let's give her a bump. But, all right, so that is everything this time. I hope you all have a great 2 weeks. Have a great Labor Day weekend if you celebrate. If you have the 3-day weekend. Take care of yourselves, everybody, and take care of each other. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.